And now, come closer to these words from Jesus in the book of John. Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and truly that is who I am. So if your Lord and teacher washes your feet, then you should wash one another's feet. I am your example. Keep doing what I do. I tell you the truth. A servant is not greater than the master. Those who are sent are not greater than the one who sends them. If you know these things, and if you put them into practice, you will find happiness. Here ends the reading. Thanks be to God. Spring cleaning is upon us. And while we are continually washing our hands, our reusable face masks, and our clothes when we get home, we are also starting to spring clean our homes. And for some of us, we are starting to clean the windows. Now, I am not a fan of this job, but my windows definitely need it. So soon, Steve and I will get out there and we'll be washing away the dirt and grime from the snow and rain, and it will be so great to see out of clean windows again. Except for when we come back inside and look out, because somehow it never fails that for as careful as we are, there is always a handprint or a smudge on the inside of the window that has to be cleaned. You see, we go all season thinking the dirt is on the outside, only to realize there is dirt on the inside too. It's the same with us. We can wash our hands relentlessly, but that's not the only way we are going to get through this time. We also need to do a little spring cleaning of our souls. What needs to be washed anew in us? It's easy to see the dirt on the outside, to see the grime in the world, the mudslinging, the dust that settled in someone else's heart. And it makes us want to get out there and clean up the world. And then there's Jesus. He cleans things up in a different way. He is not confrontational. He's compelling. He evokes interest and attention in a powerfully irresistible way. And his wisdom stumps those who push back, those who can't see the dirt or who want things to stay the same. And he stays calm as he cleanses. Only once did he get angry when he cleansed the temple because it had become a marketplace. Jesus cleans things up in a different way. And the people see this, and they are drawn to him, compelled to move into a different space inside of themselves, one that allows them to move through the world with the same poise and calm, with the same gentleness. Yet there is a great strength, a forceful power in this type of gentleness, one that cleanses, one that removes the dirt from within. You see, Jesus modeled a new way to live in this world, one that put no one above the other, one that made no one better than the other, and one that leaves us feeling clean inside, not covered in guilt, shame, hatred, or negativity. Because Jesus knew that in our mess, there is an opportunity to extend God's kingdom through an expression of love, humility, and service. This simple act of washing feet is a metaphor for how we can live life from the clean place of peace and love, and how our internal peace and love brings us to help others get to that place of love too. Jesus sees the people, the world, which he loves, but he also sees the corruption that can torment. And his mission is to cleanse us from this mess. This is his redemptive work. What do we need washed out of us right now? What dust has settled in us that we don't want to carry around in us anymore? What spring cleaning do we want to do on the inside? Because it's like a coffee mug. If you drink your morning coffee, then go fill it with water at lunchtime without washing it out, the water tastes funny. The residue left in it from a previous time does affect how things taste in it at a later time if it's not cleaned out. Likewise, the residue left in us from a previous time does affect how we live now and in the future. So we have to keep the cup clean, the cup of our souls, so that our cups can run over with love and peace, with the way of Jesus, the way Jesus modeled for us. For he said, I am your example. Keep doing what I do. If you put these things into practice, you will find happiness. Are you drawn to that same compelling nature of Christ, that gentle but strong way of being? Then let Jesus come and wash your feet. Let Jesus inside to help you rinse out your cup. He drank from a cup he didn't want to drink from, the cup of pain and death that he prayed God would take from him the night before he died in the Garden of Gethsemane. But God did not remove that cup from him. So our cups could overflow with goodness and mercy all the days of our lives. So let Jesus inside. He knows how to clean, and he cleans differently. And here's the best news in all of this. We don't have to be 100% all cleaned up before we do practice what Jesus did. Jesus is our example. We don't have to be Jesus. We just have to be like Jesus. So if there is still residue in your cup, if you still have smudges and fingerprints on the window of your soul, you can still move through the world with the poise and grace you are drawn to in Christ. You can still wash someone else in love and peace in a powerfully irresistible way. It will reshape the world. It will reshape us. And it is the tie that will bind us back together again. Amen.